Emmie Arbel and I live in Israel. I come to Germany twice in a year to speak, to tell my story. I was born in Holland. I come to Israel to speak because I think that it's important for the younger generations to hear what happened, so it wouldn't happen again. I don't remember much, almost nothing, because I was 5 years old when the war began, 4.5. I remember that the police came, 2 men, and said, you have a half an hour to pack your things and you have to go with us. They brought us to a camp in Holland. It was very strange for me to see many people in a big barrack, no privacy. And I didn't understand why we are there. I don't remember from there many things. I remember that my father had to go to work. There were many children. I think we just played outside. That's what I remember from Westerbork. From Westerbork, we were sent after a year, I think, maybe a little bit more. We were sent to Ravensbrück. And then there for me began the real war. I was scared. I saw many people, many women, all had the same clothes, without hair. And we had to stay in a row to take off our clothes. They took out our hair. And when it was my turn, I tried to run away. I ran away and my mother ran after me. And the German ran after us and caught us and hit us, me and my mother. And they took off our hair. That's the first thing from the first day in Ravensbrück. I remember one day my older brother was sick. He was in a revier and I missed him. I knew it's forbidden to come to the revier hospital, so-called. But I went to him and I hid behind him on the bed. There came a couple, came in, and I tried to hide myself behind my brother, but he saw me and he had a stick with a round thing, you know. And he caught me in my neck and saw me on the floor and hit me till I fainted. I don't remember. Somebody brought me to my mother. From there, I remember the hunger and pain and shouting and all those things, cold. And a few months before the end of the war, we were sent to Bergen-Belsen. From there, what I remember is dead people. Everywhere I saw dead people. I don't remember so much the liberation because our mother was very sick. She lay on the ground, and Rudi and Ish and I, my younger brother, he was 10 years old. I was 7.5. We knew she's going to die. And we sat near her. I don't know how long. But That was for us the liberation. Everybody was happy and went outside to be happy and to celebrate. But we sat near our mother. It was a few days after the liberation, till she died. That was my liberation. From there we were sent to Sweden with a Polish group of children. They treated us very good in Sweden. I don't know, I know I came with a boat, but I don't remember it. What I remember from there is that we had fish every day, and I didn't like it. And I remember that every day I sat with a woman there, and I had to eat the whole fish. I was angry, and one day I decided to burn off the house. I found matches, and I turned on the curtain. But they saw it directly, and so there was not big fire. I don't know how long I was there, I think a month or something, and I was sick. They sent me to a hospital. Also in Ravensbrück I was sick. I had typhus. I was half a year in a hospital in Malmö in Sweden. And then one day we heard that our big brother Menachem, that he survived. And then we came back to Holland. He was in Holland already. We came back to Holland, and there was a family, a Jewish family. The men came back from Auschwitz, and they decided to take children which parents didn't come back. So they took us, me and my two brothers, and we were 15 children there in that house. And they told us always about Israel. It's very nice, it's a good country, we have to help there. It was a good time in Holland, but for me not so good, because I was still ill. I was a year, I had to lay in bed, and I felt very lonely. It was a very good house, very good treated and happy. Everybody was happy, except me, because I had to stay in bed for a long time. And I wanted to go to school, as everybody, because I saw that they are very happy to go to school. For the first time when I went to school, I was already 9.5. I was happy, endlich. And I liked that school very much. It was a Montessori school. And I could do what I want to learn. Somebody sat near me and taught me. And I learned very much, very fast. So that was, for me, the happiest time. It was 1.5 years that I went to school, till February 1949. Then the family, they decided to go to Israel with all the children. I wanted to stay there because it was so good for me, but I was 11 years old, so nobody asked me. And we went to Israel. For me, Israel in the beginning was not so nice as I was told. They told us that I thought you can walk in the streets and oranges are there and the sun is there and everything is very nice, but for me it was not so nice. It was in the winter, clouds and cold. And we, in the first month, we were in a place what was before we came, a camp of the British Army. So for me it was like a camp, but we were there a month, more or less, and then we came to a kibbutz. It was not so easy because a family with 15 children to find a kibbutz, but they found. Then we came to the kibbutz, which I didn't like from the first moment. Many people came to look at the family of from the Holocaust. I felt like a zoo, and I didn't like it. I didn't like from the beginning to be with many people. And I was 11, and I decided when I'm big enough, I don't stay here. I leave the kibbutz. I had many problems in the kibbutz because I didn't want to learn, to be at school. First we learned the language, and then they put us in classes with the age. So I was 11, but I learned only one and a half year. So what I knew was from the second or third class, but they put me in the 5th class, and it was too difficult for me. So I had to do it again. And in the kibbutz, the class is not only a class to learn. It's also in the afternoon they are together, they play and they do things together. And for me it was, I have to learn to know other children. And I decided to stop to learn. I already knew Hebrew. I took a book and I went to the fields, and I spent the time there mostly. Sometimes I went to the class. I wasn't not afraid from nothing, because I knew they will not kill me. What can they do? They will not kill me, they will not hit me. So I did what I wanted. But it made me a difficult time, years. And I didn't finish the school because in the 11th class I was finished, official finished. And then I had to work, and that was also a problem for me. I worked in a factory for oranges, for juice, and I had to wear a handtuch, and I didn't do it. And they said, you must. I said no. I wasn't scared about nothing. Then I went away from there, and I went to work in another place to clean in a sort, not hospital, hotel in the kibbutz. I had to clean the rooms, and I said I don't want to clean rooms for other people. So every time I had problems. And then I decided to leave the kibbutz. I found work in Haifa. I didn't like that work, but it was my decision. That was for me important. That's in short my life. In the meantime, I was in the army, and I met there the man who was later my ex-husband, and we went together to Brazil. I wanted to see the world. We were there 1.5 years and came back to Israel, to a small village. My big brother lived there, and he was sent to Africa for 3 years to help them in Africa. And he asked me if I want to live in his house. And that was for us very good. Since then, I live in the same place. We bought land, and we built a house. And 3 daughters I had. One daughter died from cancer. One daughter lives near me, under my house. I built there another apartment. One daughter is here. She left Israel with her husband because she said that she can't live in Israel now. It's very bad, very sad for me too. But I feel it's my place, it's my house, it's my family, my friends. I don't like what's happening in Israel. I don't agree, but still I feel at home. I would say come to Israel to look what is happening, what's happening in Israel. And then you can see that not everything what everybody tells, that it's not true. I think most of the people who demonstration, they don't know what about they are speaking or shouting. I think they just don't know. And therefore I think we can speak with them. They don't believe you, they know what happened, but they don't know really. I know many people who came to Israel and see what kind of country it is. They like Israel. They want to come back. And Israel can be a very good country. I don't think that everything is nice. The Regierung now is very bad. But it's a good country. For many years I didn't talk at all. But I felt that my life was sad, and I was very closed, and I felt that I need therapy. I found somebody, a woman, and I was 10 years in therapy. And there I began to learn how to talk. Also with my children, but not yet outside. I didn't tell, almost never, I didn't tell that I was in the war, in the Holocaust and so on. My younger brother, Rudi, lived in Germany, in Saarbrücken. He found a woman, she must come today. They lived in Saarbrücken, and there was somebody who worked in something with education, I don't know. And he asked if we can come to speak. I said no. My brother Menachem said okay, but he wanted me to be with him always. We came twice, I think twice in a year, and he spoke in schools. We did it for a few years, I don't remember how many. And he was, with the time, older and older, and they couldn't come anymore. And then they asked me to do it. But I didn't like it to speak at schools, because I felt that the pupils are too young to understand. So only he spoke, and I did it for one time. I said, okay, I try. But then I said, stop, I don't do it anymore. Later on, we were invited to Ravensbrück, Menachem, my brother and I. And that's how I met Matthias. And the people there, today I have many friends there. The first time when I spoke there was in Neustrelitz. For me it was very difficult. I didn't like it. This time I go again for 2 days to Neustrelitz. I hope it will be better. But from that time I come every 2 years, 2 times in a year to Ravensbrück. I take my feelings away, so then I can speak better. I try to make the world a little bit better, and I hope that as many more people, pupils or young people, hear our story, they will understand what about I'm talking. The young people are the future of the country, so they will take over and they will make a better life, a better world. That's my hope.